Hey, Law, I think I cut you off, but I think I know what you were saying. You let a Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
He's a nut. Anyway, the best podcast in the world. Are we going? We're going there right now?
No. But look at that.
Cowboys Collective has come back to YouTube. What's going on, fellas?
I love it, man. I love that belt, man.
Yeah, man, that's my favorite belt of all time. I had to bring it out tonight. I just felt good about it, you know.
The belt, man. Look at the young Rock in the back.
Let's do
a little history, Sky. In that picture, how many years had he been wrestling?
That's the corporate Rock. So maybe 3 years. Corporate Rock was like 99, I think, maybe somewhere around there. Yeah, about 3 years.
D-Generation X?
I think he came in 96 or 95. So it might have been.
Okay, we'll win the Super Bowls then at that time.
With the Rock. It's cooking.
But my favorite wrestler, I'm not big into wrestling, but my favorite one is Stone Cold. He just he used to shoot. He did the whole
McMahon. Mount Rushmore. He won, bro. Who is Mount Rushmore for you?
For me?
Yes.
It would be The Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels. This is personal for me.
Sweet
and it really depends what you're looking at. Ric Flair, some will go, some will put Hogan up there, Cena, Undertaker. It really depends on what you're talking about. Mount Rushmore of best wrestlers or Mount Rushmore of the business. Because then you got to put Hogan, you got to put Cena up there, Stone Cold, probably Ric Flair. You know, you gonna go there.
And Sting, got to put Sting in there, man.
Not for me, but yeah, Sting and legend.
And then you got to put old boy in there, the Undertaker. You're a Cowboy fan.
Yeah. John, you got any favorite wrestlers?
I'm embarrassed to say when I was a kid that I liked Hulk Hogan, and then as an adult, it's embarrassing. So I did see him outside the locker room a couple of times when his daughter was dating Phil Costa.
Oh my God!
So but yeah, when I was a kid, it was definitely Hulk Hogan, and then I liked Legion of Doom.
Okay.
I liked Jake the Snake.
He's played with him.
And probably The Undertaker. But then I was probably out like around, early 90s. Right, I was out early 90s. So. I like the Bushwhackers too, to be honest with you.
Yo, John.
No, who?
Thank you, because
the Bushwhackers.
I have a weird affinity for that era of wrestling, and I used to have the Bushwhacker action figures. Yeah, they were terrible wrestlers, but they were a good gimmick.
He said they were terrible.
They were, but they were hilarious.
Now let's see if Sky was paying attention. This is our last wrestling. Who did I say my favorite wrestler was, Sky?
Just now?
No, remember we had a conversation about this. And I told you on air, I wonder who was paying attention. Remember, I said I'll give you a hint.
Booker T. Wash.
No. He jumped. he did some crazy flips, and he's smaller.
Rey Mysterio?
No, it's in that realm.
Rey Mysterio.
Eddie Guerrero? Even though he wasn't that small.
Who that?
Remember I said like X-Pac?
Oh, you did say X-Pac. He's small. Yeah, you did say X-Pac. You're right. Because I remember I said 1, 2, 3 kid. You're absolutely right, Foots.
Yeah. Remember I said I loved X-Pac. I don't know what it was. I messed with X-Pac. And then Stone Cold, like Law said, Stone Cold was.
Yeah.
There's no other like Stone Cold, bro. He come flick you off, throw a beer at you. Come on, bro.
Yeah. And he stunted the whole
I was damn near in tears when I got a chance to see him out there in Dallas at WrestleMania. It was amazing.
Was it?
It was amazing.
How much money, and now John and everybody, how much money would you pay to see Stone Cold do the whole Jones family? I'm not saying that he should do it, but I'm just saying he did the whole McMahon family. Then you see Charlotte Jones come out there and he be like, "Oh, you think I want to do you the same?" That would be funny. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, Stunner and Steven would be sick. I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about today.
I mean, hold on.
John, think about this, Law.
There's obvious comps with the families.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, Vince McMahon's Jerry.
I literally compared him on my show last year before Vince and Jerry, but
I just don't see Jerry ever trying to be like, hey, Steven, we need to start up a storyline where like we're against each other, you know? It would be interesting.
You don't want to dive into the Vince McMahon storylines with Stephanie because Charlotte, and you don't want to do that. There was some deep, dark, nasty storylines he used that I don't think Jerry would do with Charlotte. That's all.
I think of it more from, because I don't follow it closely, but I think of more of like how he had the family, you know, as part of the business, you know.
Yeah, it's a great comparison.
Oh, they get some money. Jerry might do it because he said
somebody said they'll pay $300. Listen, there's people who would pay some money. All right, we went 6 minutes and some good wrestling talk.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm a wrestling nerd. Man.
Honestly, man, Thursday night we don't play till Sunday night. Sky, we good. We got time. It's all they can spare. You guys are good. This is what you get. Toxic, of course, being toxic, said my favorite wrestler is Diggs. Hey, he may be wrestling soon. Because he won't be on the Cowboys much longer. I can promise you that, Tom. Diggs, if you're watching, love you. You'll be in Timbuktu pretty soon, bucko. Anyway.
Is that what they call Green Bay?
That's what they call Green Bay. Yeah. You'll be playing out now. Anyway, we'll get to that. We will definitely get to that. As always, we start with Here's Johnny. So, John, what's going on? It was a few action items. It does. Well, CD's a full, but I don't know if he's gonna play or not. He was a full participant. I saw that.
I don't. He's got to play. It's okay. This is bizarre. The whole thing is bizarre with him because he's out there practicing yesterday, and then it comes out after practice that he was limited. Then we see him out there again today, and then the report comes out that he was a full go. Which, how are you going to be a full go? And then you can't play in the game on Sunday. And then when we talked to him, he said that he still has another step or so in the concussion protocol threshold to be cleared. But then again, he was talking to us. And I say that because when usually guys are in the concussion protocol, they don't make them available to reporters. So everything lines up that he's going to play on Sunday. He certainly seemed to feel that way as well. So I expect him to be out there. I think it would be a surprise at this point if he wasn't, unless he suffered some type of setback. And I don't think that would be the case with what he's dealing with. So he was out there. He was a full go. He would be the most notable one. Jadeveon Clowney is still limited, but I think he'll play in this game. The way Matt Eberflus sounded earlier today, sounded like he would play. Same thing with Savon Ravel. Limited again. Sounds like he'll play. Diggs limited. I don't think he'll play. And who else am I missing? Oh, Jake Ferguson went from limited to not practicing. Saw him on the resistance cord today. So that could be a game time decision that could lead to more opportunities for Brevin Spann-Ford. Also, talking to the great Ed Warder today at practice, and we were talking about the fumbles and with Ferguson. So after practice, I post a picture of Ferguson on the cords, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, this thing's got like 20 comments on it. Let's see what people have to say.
you know,
18 about fumbling.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just bring this up real quick. I tweet a lot of stuff about George Pickens. I don't see any of that.
Yeah.
George has 4 fumbles in the last 5 games.
He leads the team in fumbles.
I said this last
career high 4 right now. I mean, I know that Kevontae Turpin and Tyler Smith are recovering these things, so it doesn't look as bad. But these things are in the red zone too. I mean, these are so the ball security with both of them is of concern right now. But Jake being downgraded to not participating today kind of surprised me. That's probably the biggest one out of the injury stuff.
Yeah. May I ask a question, Foots, before he goes into
absolutely.
that?
Go ahead, Law.
Do you foresee, because we've seen this in the past with Bill Belichick, and I'm not saying that, Shoddy is a Belichickian, but
I don't see Belichick putting on that shiesty, but yeah, go on.
Right. But do you see that Shoddy may be using the injury report as a weapon?
Like throw teams off a little bit?
Throw them off a little bit because of how you broke it down with the CD thing?
I don't know. I mean, I can't see why he would do that for this Vikings team. I think if they were playing like a division rival, maybe. But no, I just think that the team is trying to go about it the right way, and they don't want to take any missteps because, let's be honest, the league is trying to really crack down on any of this, returning from concussion. And let's be honest also that it's not just a concussion where he goes to the tent and they determine he has a concussion. He had the fencing that they talk about with his hands, and that right there is like an automatic, you're out of the game and you're probably not playing that following week. But because it's 10 days on this one, I think that they just want to be cautious that they're going about it the right way. So again, I'd be surprised if he didn't play in this game.
I think the Lions did that to you last week, with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That one would be possible, sure.
Yeah, he wasn't playing and then boom, playing.
Damn, that's a good pickup right there, Sky. I didn't think about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought, bro, with the rolled ankle like he did, I thought that there was.
I think they milked it too. If you listen to Dan and the presser and Amon-Ra, man, I don't know right now. It's not. The next thing you know, 6 catches, 90 yards, whatever the hell it was on you. So I think they got us.
They got us, yeah.
Yeah. And we'll jump into the Vikings today, guys. One of the headliner on the channel and the thumbnail is obviously Diggs back in the doghouse. So, John, if you don't have anything else on the
John, if you have anything else, let me shit on Diggs for the next 30 minutes.
Let me get at least 30 minutes of this thing.
Yeah. Hey, I'll actually let Foots go off on this.
Honestly, I want to ask you about Guyton though. We haven't talked about
Yeah, he wasn't out there either. That wasn't a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me ask you too on Schottenheimer. I didn't know, like when they did the Hard Knocks or whatever it was, All or Nothing with Jason Garrett, it seemed like those cuss words was forced, right? But when you start to listen to Schottenheimer,
he cursed.
I mean, he's animated. He know how to use his cuss words correctly. Are
you when you're watching that? Are you just following the Cowboys stuff? I think there's some phonies on the other crews as well. So I'm not going to name any names, but some other reporters, we've had some texts back and forth about some other coaches looking kind of forced with that stuff too. So
Kafka looks super forced. I'll say his name. He don't. That dude ain't gonna get, bro. His speech after they got spent, I was like, yeah, you'll be a position coach forever, Bucko. You're not gonna be.
And that's what I mean by like people can't be head coach. Like, when Kellen was up, I kept saying, look, Kellen could go call plays, draw up all the creative, cool little stuff. But leading men, all right, I would love to see how that would work out. Not here, but somewhere else.
Sirianni still leaves me scratching my head on the success he's had and where that comes from. It makes no sense to me at all. But
he's an asshole though. So
I guess it's also, hey, I'll give you the best GM with the best roster.
I was just about to say,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you didn't manage it. Yes, yeah. No, bro. Listen, what I was gonna say with him is you're seeing it with that team.
Yeah.
Little by little, the offensive line starts to slow down. Hurts starts to actually have to win and like read the field and do things. But this isn't Eagles talk. But
don't
wreck
wreck the Ferrari, bro. That's what he did. Don't wreck the Ferrari. Yeah.
Now I want to ask.
Hey, they lose to the Raiders. It might be the time where you got to ask him to step down and just let Big Dom coach the team and kind of spark them.
Trust me, if they lose that game, which I did not think they would lose the Chargers, but they did.
Hey, we gotta win our game. Let's do that.
We gotta win our game.
Okay, go ahead.
Damn, man, we gotta win our game.
Let me ask y'all a question now.
That's so bad if they lose that Raiders team. So bad.
Talking about being authentic, Johnny. Shoddy. Hey, when Diggs is ready to do the right things or do things the right way, what's going on with that, John? Is this a thing where it's like you think Diggs has played his last game in Dallas? Because you heard Jerry earlier on, like, hey, we would want Diggs to be out on the field when he's ready, and then it's like Shoddy comes out and says this. Where are we at with that?
Steven has been saying for like over a week now about how, Diggs is at his best when he practices his best during the week. And I'm almost like, is this Jaden Blue week 2 all over again? Like, what are we doing here? And it's almost like this is their example of like, if you're not going to do everything the right way, then we're going to play other guys. We're not going to play games. And if you're, and they have been mentioning meetings as well. We need guys like Eberflus today was talking about that with Diggs. Like we need them, doing the right things in the meetings and practice and all of that. And then, we can play a guy. And so
a lot is going to come out about this at the end of the year. Excuse me, John, I'm going to cut you off. A lot is going to come out about this at the end of the year. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And that's why, you read between the lines, it's certainly possible that he doesn't play again for the Cowboys, that I think his practice window's open for another week or so, that maybe it's one of those things where they never actually put him back on the field and he doesn't play. And then they part ways in the offseason. That has to be on the table right now with the way that they're talking. So it'll just be interesting because I don't think he plays in this game. What if there's injuries to multiple corners? Does it get to a point where they're like, well, we got to play Diggs, Because if that doesn't happen and they stay healthy at corner, I'm starting to think he's not going to play.
Even if that happens, the writing has been on the wall since the offseason. You just listen to Jerry and Steven when they asked about him. They were very, I think, forthright about how they felt about him. And then you had the battle, right? The whole impromptu, interview presser thingy at training camp. The fine. The writing's been on the wall. It was always going to be
a good one either.
That's the one that broke the
family. Well, that'll come. That's what really is going to come out. I'm not saying about that, but there's things there. Yeah. It was always going to be about Diggs either had to play out of his mind or he had to play good enough and be bought in enough. And that none of those things have happened. And he's been a malcontent. Not that he was wrong about what he said earlier. Clearly we needed gravy, but there's a professional way to go about it. There's a mature way to go about it, and pouting and being, quote, I don't want to say not bought in because he's not bought in. A lot of people weren't bought in, but again, there's a way to do it, not locked in, right? Here's the quote: "Going through the motions is what I was told. He's going through the motions." Dude, that just sounds like a little kid, right? You're being a teenage brat, like not getting your way. So you're just like, I'm just here being a little smart ass, sarcastic. There's no room for that. And shouts out to Shotty for not completely throwing him under the bus, but telling him through the media, this is what we need in a professional way. But I don't see it happening. Even if he has to play, the writing is on the wall. He is not returning. If I had to put a number on it, 0% chance he returns to this team.
Let me ask you this, guy, and the panel.
Oh, hold on. I love when Sky just does my job for me. God, boy, you good. Boy, you are good because he did it with no emotion. He just, because, I'm a little emotional. I'm in the DM.
We saving that for you, Foots, because you've been 10 toes on this prior to the off season. So you got a right. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Yeah. Respect to that. Let me ask you this, though, everybody. Which Shotty is telling the truth? Because I heard Shotty, the same person, say that also Kenneth Murray is playing pretty well, and he's one of the most physical.
Well, I think those are two different things.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. I'm just trying to figure it out.
A lot of people have brought that up. So you're not. So that you're not wrong there. Coaches do this thing, right? Because I do it.
All right, break it down, Coach.
And I'm not an NFL coach where I coach kids and try to help them get to the next level, right? But I will say, coaches do this thing where it's like if a guy is trying. I think the thing with Diggs, I don't think he's trying. Okay. And like Scott said, there's a professional and unprofessional way to go about it. Right now, Kenneth Murray is a bad professional, and he's bad at what he's doing. But he's doing the other things the right way, right? He's doing. I know what you're saying, Foot. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not. He's doing his best. He's trying his hardest. He's showing up to the meetings. They like him as a leader. He's doing the things Monday through Saturday the right way. So that's why they're able to glow about him in that way. Right. Even though his tape ain't like that on Sundays, it ain't nothing like it. But that does matter to them, and the opposite is happening with the other guy. So that's why I think it's two different things. Like, yeah, I can come out and say glowing things about his practice and his effort and the traits they like about this Kenneth Murray guy, but I can't say that about Diggs because he ain't played in forever, number one, and you ain't doing the right things Monday through Saturday. So I don't got to come out here and bash you, but I'm not going to come out here and lie about your work ethic or you being bought in either. So that's why I salute Shotty and how he's handling this.
I'm not saying I want Maris Leofau playing middle linebacker, but if things go south in these final 3-4 games on defense, and they do make a change at DC in the offseason, and that next DC is playing Leofau all the time and he's balling, yeah, there's going to be a lot of looking back to this season and be like, so why did he only play like 10 snaps a game? Who was in front of him preventing him from playing? Yeah. I'm just telling you, I'm not 100% ruling that out. I am not of the belief that Miroslav Leofau only deserves 10, 15 snaps a game. That's a head scratcher. 10, 15 snaps a game on a loaded defense? Absolutely. This defense? All right, we'll see.
Nah.
Let me also real quick. I probably should have mentioned this earlier. We had coordinators today. I was surprised at the answer that Matt Eberflus gave when he was asked point blank about blitzing early, having success, getting a Goff, and then not blitzing as much the rest of the game, and basically took ownership for it. Like, that's on him. Like, he didn't try and say, oh, hey, they were doing some different things, so we switched things up. I mean, he blatantly just said, I'll read you the exact quote. It's the only one I tweeted out of all the coordinators. I was like, damn. He said, you call the game the way you see fit to win the game. Obviously, I could have done a better job. Certainly, I own that. I understand that. So, yeah.
Let's see if there's changes, bro. I mean, we talked about it. So
as of today, I still think he's their DC next year, but I need to see these final 4 games.
Just want to address something I saw over there that said Murray playing is about money. That would be true normally, but Diggs is your highest paid defensive player, and they're not playing him. So if it was about money, then Diggs would be playing.
Bro,
technically not anymore. We were just looking at this.
Bro, Sky's on fire, bro.
He's right up there.
He is. But like, so John, the Quentin Williams move and Kenny Clark and Peyton Osa, there's been some in Deron Bland, but he is in that group for sure.
He's making 2.5 times more than Kenny Murray.
He's making. I did the math with Zach. I was on a show and we were talking about this. He's making $500,000, a little bit over $500,000 a game check. I don't get into people's money, and he's played 6 games, guys.
Oh yeah, I don't care about his pockets. I'm just saying, like, he's not. If it was about money for Murray, then Diggs would be playing because he's getting paid. And normally, I would agree with that for the most part. But in this situation, like, I can't just say that because
what's the funniest thing when people talk about the money of players? I was talking about this today at lunch with another writer. I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say, like, can you just imagine you talk about like $5 million on Diggs or $10 million on this player that didn't play, whatever, because he got hurt. Cool. Show me the last 30 years of how much money Jerry Jones has made. No Super Bowls, no NFC Championship games, print money. And I don't use Jerry as the example. The example for me that I always use is, usually in business, in everyone other than pretty much the NFL, as far as I know, when you don't perform well, you don't make money. Yeah, well, guess what? I saw up close and personal a decade of Matt Millen in Detroit. You think the Lions were losing money when he was running that thing in the ground going 0-16? Every year, the valuation of the Lions kept going up, and they were not run well at all. And so that's the only reason when I think of like how much like players are paid per season, I'm just like, sometimes I just look at it as, well, yeah, you're paying them for what they did before, but also we don't know exactly how much the owners and how much the teams make every year. And I think that would kind of make you sick when you would go into an offseason where they really don't do very much. And you'd be like, wait, you made $1 billion last year and you're not going to spend an extra little bit here or there or try and do this or whatever, I think that would annoy people more,
Also, assets too. Like, Dallas has allocated decent assets, 4th round picks to guys that they don't play, won't even suit up. 1st round picks that they shipped off, right? So it's not just a money aspect with some of these players. And plus, it's not like he's their guy. He traded from a 1-year deal in the sense of not their guy as a draft pick. So I do think it's fair to evaluate it slightly different than in the past. And he's not getting paid a $25 million a year. He's getting paid $7 million a year. And you traded like a 5th or 6th round pick for him. I just honestly think they like the way he operates as their leader. There's not much else in the room they believe in. I do think it's a different situation, though. I agree with that.
Yeah. I will put a bow on the big Diggs situation. To me, Diggs was paid. He had a great 2021. And he was good in 22. He got hurt at the start of 23. And it's just been it's been downhill, man. And
if
for
you look
me,
at those highest paid corners, him and Bland are top 10. So
top 10 now.
Hey, I think he said it earlier in the year, and something I saw in Green Bay, but he's right. Micah gets corners paid.
Bro, listen. That was quick pressure.
We're gonna have a Bland conversation by the end of this year. I'm just saying.
Oh, bro, let me tell you something. DeRon Bland ain't off no hook, but it goes back to what Scott said. I love the word, bro. His professionalism. At least he's showing up. At least he's, bro. Listen.
You get Bland right coaching, right scheme. I think he'll be fine.
And in the right spot too. Like when that's an off-season conversation.
Yeah.
But with Diggs, man, you wanted him to at least like Marlon Humphreys had some bad games. Marlon Humphreys is playing. Like those are the two guys who they got paid around the same time. You know what I mean? Hell, Marshawn Lattimore was playing, and he wasn't playing great, but he was out there. Even if Diggs could have played, he's probably right about the scheme for sure. But at the end of the day, bro, like I think the one, and I'll leave it alone, bro. You just getting hurt out of nowhere. It was just like, come on, bro. Now it's like you playing in our face. You know what I mean? And as an organization, you have a right to feel that way. I mean,
right.
On,
You can pay, if anybody pays for something, they want to see it. Yeah,
that's like you go home. I'm gonna tell you what it's like, guys. Yeah. You work your good government job, whatever job you got. You go home, you get hurt, you come back to work screaming workman's comp. Don't work like that. I mean, now people do it all the time, but it don't work like that. Man, you got to get hurt on the job, John.
Let me say this: if Diggs was balling, what happened at his career? What happened?
I was going to say he'd get hurt on the job.
Would not matter.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter, Scott.
Diggs wasn't balling. He was talking shit on the coordinator, publicly, privately, coming at coaches. It was so much other stuff going on that was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
So I kind of am on the other side here, man. And it's the Cowboys too, by the way. So nonsense happens that doesn't even get reported. Shouts out to Ghost. If you know who Ghost is down there in Dallas, he make that go away. So I just think he was so bad. He was a malcontent, and all of that on top is the reason why they was like, you know what? Come have a seat, man. Come on, have a seat. Yeah,
come on down.
And also to put a bow on it, I love that Shotty staying consistent with, him. A few other situations where, like he didn't throw him on the bus. He didn't say what happened, but he's also like, bro, he got to do things the right way, and that's a message to the rest of the team too. Like if you watching Hard Knocks, bro, he had to call them jokers up. Hey, what are y'all doing? This ain't it. We're not practicing right. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love that. And that's that command and Sky's talk. That's command that.
You don't think he did that for the cameras?
No.
I was there that day. I saw it happen.
Didn't he do it at training camp too, John?
Yeah, but that particular day that's in Hard Knocks, we were out there when that happened. I asked him about it the next day. Yeah.
Oh, John, I've been watching to see if he's gonna waffle on certain things. He hasn't. Shotty has my full.
I think he's him.
Yeah, I was about to say he has not. He has not, John. He has not waffled at all, bro. Like let me ask you. We got one. One.
Let me ask you one, John. There was a scene on there where he said, "Hey, Steve, come on, man. Pickens and 88 is my guy." What was going on with that? Steve Simcoe.
I can tell you what was going on with that, bro. He looking at the play sheet and he looking at the runs and it wasn't hidden. And I think that's when he was like, "Yo, give me that. That is, what's going on with that law."
What's going on?
He's like, bro. What do we have on this play card that is getting him the ball right now, or that is isolating him? And that's what a good coach does. I mean, sometimes it's like, yo, what do we put on there to get 88 going right now?
Yeah, well, what we doing here? So if I'm not mistaken, and y'all can help me out with this, Clayton Adams installed the plays through the week, right? And then I guess Steve Simcoe goes over it, and then Schottenheimer calls the plays. Is how it goes as a coordinator.
I think he's the one. I think Schottenheimer's the one that's putting it.
I was about to say.
I don't think he would be calling it if he didn't put all of it in.
I think Clayton Adams helps install the run game
for sure.
He puts the run, and then Shotty marries his pass concepts and obviously his run stuff that he's familiar with and whatever, and the game plan. And then Shotty calls. I don't think Simcoe is designing his stuff. He's probably just an extra ear to the run game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. As far as like actual design, I mean,
I understand Shotty was the offense coordinator for a while.
Listen, Shotty, if Shotty calling it, he better be installing it.
He's installing it. He's installing it. But I think, like we were talking about this, Clayton was brought here to put together a run scheme. And you see it.
Okay,
you absolutely see it.
Now, Law, what I will say is I do like the fact that he's having that communication because the greats can do that. Like, so how I've always been taught, like at clinics and stuff like that, the guys in the up top, and John, you may know, they're quiet. Like they don't want a bunch of conversation up top. Like if you're a passing game coordinator or some defensive coordinator sit up top, he's talking, but like all the assistants, brother, you should be able to hear a pin drop. But when the coach asks, hey, what you like here? Then you jump in, hey, this is the, you know what I mean, more or less. But the fact that Shotty, now some coaches don't, some OCs, bro, they know what they like, they run their stuff, and that's that. The fact that Shotty is having that back and forth is really dope because that lets me know, Law, that he's open. And that's something that I've asked for. Like, hey, Shotty, are you so into the game that you're not watching sometimes? Are you so high that you're not? So the fact that he did that, that's actually a great catch by you, Law, because that was a good moment, and it's cool that he's doing that. You know, so
yeah.
Speaking of the game, and we have a game coming up here. We'll talk about the Vikings after the read. Sky, you got some good notes for us?
I got my opinions on this. It depends where you want to go. I don't, their offense with that quarterback it's not fun for me, but their defense is fun.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Yeah, I was looking at the numbers too. The next gen, the offense is stinky.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using the code HMA. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Sleeper, use code HMA. Sleeper, thank you for sponsoring the Cowboys Collective. All right, Vikings, guys, they just spanked the Commanders. JJ McCarthy is the funniest meme. Yo,
the funny thing on JJ McCarthy, bro, and I hate to even say this because sometimes I come back to bite you, but he's easily the worst quarterback you've played up to date. You're going to play up to date.
It's bad. I watched a little
easily. And look, he can go out there and throw for 4 tutties on us and but that don't defeat what I've watched throughout this season. He is not a good quarterback right now. And if they let him tear it up, boy.
That's you don't have to get into, that's the scouting report. Like his accuracy stinks, decision making. You know what's funny, Sky?
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that even the Shanahan tree can't save him. Like, I don't
not right now. No, like I feel bad for Kevin O'Connell. Like this Vikings team is easily a double-digit win team with a better quarterback.
If you look at their offense, they only got one weakness. It's just the quarterback.
Hey, let me ask you this, Law.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, Law. Is Justin Jefferson right for being upset?
Hell yeah. Shoot. You throwing the ball, you try to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson and you throwing it into the middle of the field and he's on the outside. It's just like the accuracy. He's like one of the worst quarterback completion percentage guy too. So I think that Justin Jefferson have a right to be angry and upset. And especially how you seeing what Sam is doing over there in Seattle land now. So he's looking back to saying, hey man, now I'm getting another year of me not being able to get the ball. And it's largely hood of a quarterback. And then the backup is no better because we know the backup too. So it's crazy. It's crazy over there.
And Jefferson's just too talented for them to be that bad.
Right.
We're not going to act like he's only had success with Kirk Cousins. I mean, I've seen games where freaking Nick Mullins goes in there and throws for like 140 yards and 2 touchdowns to Justin Jefferson alone. Like, just as like, it's Justin Jefferson. I'll just put it up there. He'll make a play. And so, yeah, he has every right to be frustrated. This is not a AJ Brown situation where you're like, hey man, you're winning. Just be happy that you guys are winning. No, I'd be very frustrated if I was Justin Jefferson.
And some wide receivers need to have the quarterback, but some quarterbacks need to have the wide receiver. I get all of that. But here's the craziest thing. Back in the days, you remember Terrell Owens. He made quarterbacks look better than what they really were. Like the Jeff Rossiers of the world. You get what I'm saying?
I think every receiver needs a quarterback that can at least get them the ball.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to be great. I watched D-Hop. I watched D Hop just year after year with bad quarterback play go off because they at least gave him a shot. Like, I just don't see JJ doing that. And then Carson Wentz comes in and he's wincing the thing up, and it's been a mess. I was surprised when they I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised when they passed on Sam and went with JJ McCarthy. After seeing what Sam did in that offense, an offense that, we talk about Kevin O'Connell for years. He's one of our favorites. Yeah. When I bring up the offenses that I wanted to mold, it was always Kevin O'Connell, Shanahan, McVay's type offenses. His offense still looks good from a schematic standpoint. The quarterback just isn't. And you still have Aaron Jones can run the ball. The receiver core is good. Scheme's good. Just the quarterback isn't.
Sometimes my belief on the Darnold thing is that they had probably some nerves about him in really big games. Yeah. Just the way he ended last season, when everything was on the line and he looked pretty lost in some really big moments. So he's obviously going to get those in Seattle. I mean, they look like a playoff team. So we'll see how he responds to that. But he looked really lost late in the season last year. And I find it hard to believe that O'Connell, if he didn't think that he's got it, that he would move in another direction,
You know the funny thing about that, John?
Good point.
It's sometimes the devil is better than the devil you don't, because I think they thought and it's tricky, right? Because you did use a premium pick on McCarthy. So it's like, hey, young guy, get him in there. I'm a good OC. But then it's like, he didn't throw the ball that much at Michigan. That would have been the red flag for me with McCarthy. It's like at Michigan, bro, he was throwing like 12 times a game. Right. They were handing that ball off to Blake Corum, both of those backs, and it was just like, you
as
sure
someone who hates the University of Michigan and roots against them all the time, I will say, though, that is all true. But in the moments when he did need to make a big throw, he did come through quite a bit for them. And so I think I could see like some NFL guys seeing that, being like, well, Harbaugh's not asking him to do that right now. No. I can get this guy. And O'Connell obviously is as good of an offensive coach as there is, especially with quarterbacks. Yeah. I'm sure he looked at it like, no, I know what I can get more out of this.
I really see. I'm not plugged in as Vikings, but I really would, if I was, and I'm just guessing, I would think this may have been above his head. I wonder if they didn't want to pay the $100 million contract and wanted to go with and say, well, we saw what you did with Kirk. We saw what you did with Sam. Well, you can do this with him. And I bet you Kevin was like, but I got a guy.
You got a guy.
Why the hell would I want to try to start over with this dude at Michigan who can't throw the ball? So I do wonder. I'm not plugged in to the Vikings, but I'd imagine he was probably trying to fight a little bit harder, but he's not the general manager.
Too much.
But don't you think he'd have a say in drafting him, though?
Yes, I do. I think he probably was like, if this is what y'all want to do, like you said, I'll make it work because I'm that guy. But I do wonder if he could be honest. I guess hindsight's now. But if he could be honest in that moment, I'd imagine he want to keep a guy he knows can throw for 38 touchdowns in this offense and get us to the playoffs.
That's true, because where he's at, you're at 10. Drake May's gone. Caleb Williams already gone. Jay Daniels is gone. So it's like, if you don't go JJ there.
Who was after JJ?
Bo Nix went 12.
Yeah, Bo Nix would have been dealing a little bit there.
Bo Nix a better gamer than me, but
yeah. And then I don't think another quarterback.
Oh, please tell me hit him. Please tell me yes.
What year?
Penix was gone too.
What last year? What was their draft in that last year?
It's a good question.
Was he 10? Were they around here? Oh, last year. Last year.
Last season, like this season. Well, however you want to look at it.
This past offseason.
This past offseason. Where were the
Vikings? Like, what do you think? You think they should have went quarterback this year again?
Yeah, they should have took a flyer at Shador.
Oh, well, shoot, a lot of teams probably.
They were 24th.
Yeah.
They almost had the first one seed in the NFC. It came down to the last week of the season. So yeah, they had 24. They took a guard out of Donovan Jackson, Ohio State.
Their offensive line look real good when you look at the tape. They block it up for them.
You talking about Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah, McCarthy struggles with the rhythm throws off of play action. That's his biggest thing.
You know what's funny? It's a good time to play some zone against.
Scott, you know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
Can you imagine these odds on our end? Minnesota only allowed 30 points one time all this season.
Oh, well, now if you want to go to the other side, I'll wait to get to the defense. That's
you're waiting there.
We're talking about offense. Offensively,
what's the spread in this game?
Offensively, when they lose, they only average like 12 points or something like that. So
Dallas is a 6-point favorite, John.
Yeah,
that's a lot,
isn't it?
I think we cover. I mean, I can see a game where, and Sky, I'll let you talk about defense, but I can also see where. Yeah, that stuff and it's so funny because we can kind of dive into it because I obviously watched the whole Commanders game and I have a beat on Minnesota. Before you go, Sky, it's so funny. Quarterbacks that are bad versus the blitz, and then there's Dak. And Dak is so good versus if they think that they're gonna walk up 8 guys every rep and like just bring that, like that's what they were doing versus Washington, bro. Just like they just got to a point where they was like, you know what, JD's not healthy, he's not playing confident. We're just gonna rush. They don't have any hots off of it. Cliff is still running these long developing pistol plays and his stuff. We're good. No, thank you. If you're not doing that versus Dak Prescott. But Scott, what did you see from that defense?
Man, Flores is everything that I think Shoddy would want out of a defensive coordinator. If he was able to do it, an aggressive guy. He even said it, multiple. He's a multiple guy. He can switch up the game plans. It's a multiple front. So you got an eye front, but he does a lot of that Bill Belichick stuff where one week we might be even, right? We might be odd another week. Heavy blitz, right? We know Flores, that is his thing. 47% blitz, highest in the league. We know Dak does well against the blitz. But I think Flores looks a little different this year than last year in how he's blitzing. What have I talked about a lot? I wish Flukes did more zone blitzing, right? Yeah. Where you can blitz on this side, but it's zone on that side, switch up the picture, things like that. Flores will do that. So one thing going into the Chiefs game that we talked about that I said I want to see if Shoddy learned from the Broncos game because that defensive coordinator there, Spags, was very similar. We'll walk up 7-8 to the line of scrimmage and we'll change the picture. We didn't do well against Denver with that. The tackles the pressure got to Dak, and we just didn't play well. Even Shoddy said, I think we was a bit too conservative. Dak, let me know if, get after me if we do it again. And they had a better answer for it after the first possession against the Chiefs. Well, you're walking into a very similar situation. They don't have the Daniil Hunters anymore on the edge, but they do have and I just had to blank. The dude was probably the best screen guy in the NFL defending it. He gets the pick sixes. What's my man's name, y'all? The outside linebacker. Van Ginkel. Almost an
he gets like it's like a thing.
Van Ginkel probably leads the world in pick sixes off of screens. It's ridiculous. So he turned him into an all-pro last year, but their defense isn't littered with a bunch of all-pros. I had this conversation with a guy on Twitter where he was caping for Flus. He was like, man, give Eberflus the talent that the Cowboys have on offense, he'd be great. I mean, you give any defensive coordinator all pros like the offense has, they'll be really good. Flores doesn't have that. And he, to me, has one of the best defenses in the league. The stats will just say hovering around 10, but I think a lot of that is that their offense doesn't put them in advantageous situations. They can defend the run. It may not look like it because it says, 24th in yards, but they average their top 10 in yards per carry against running backs. So they can still make it tough on you. But where they really make their hay is pressuring the quarterback, is speeding up the delivery. It's confusing guys. You'll see a play where he will line up 8 guys at the line of scrimmage, blitz 6 from one damn side. Drop out a defensive end or a linebacker right where they know you're going to run a hot, boom, pick or knock down or hold the ball, sack. This isn't a bland guy, no pun intended. This isn't a soft, conservative guy. He's going to dial it up. Dak does very well with blitz. I think we'll have an answer for it. We just got to block it up, fellas. I think if we can block it up, we'll get some big shot plays, but I don't think it's going to be an easy thing early on. I think there are going to be a lot of cat and mouse with Flores and Shoddy and Dak. And then the hope is that we prevail early and then we can just pour it on to where they're playing catch up on the other side. You're getting interceptions, and now Flores kind of has to really go in his bag, but it's too late. That's the hope. But don't get it twisted. This is a really good unified defense. What I mean by that is there isn't just one dude. It's a unified defense that's led by one dude in Brian Flores. He's everything I would want on this team. That's my DC.
No doubt. And then all three of their DBs are like 5'10", you know. And watch how they play.
Not great, Wall.
What'd you say?
They're not great, but they're
not.
Coached up. They're
they
put
coached
in good
up
position.
really well. Yeah. Fabian Moreau, I remember him, and Isaiah Rodgers. These are smaller guys, and it's going to be, like you said, a chess match of what Schottenheimer is going to do against that particular defense. But like you said, they're going to continue to change the picture. Dak Prescott is very cerebral. I get that, but sometimes you can get him with some of those movements. So I'm going to see what we're going to do against the Vikings, man.
I think this is going to be a big George Pickens game.
Bounce back, baby.
Bounce back.
I think this will be a big. The thing about it is when they start, they do a lot of, like you said, sim pressures.
A whole lot of it.
Yeah. with Pickens, man, if you can just get him on those stop routes and just posting up guys and get him going, that's how you really want to counter some of that stuff. But like I said, you got to block it up now because they will come after you. And if they see something where they can get home, some of those stunts or wherever they're trying to do, games and all that, they will get you. So that like I said, the line is 6. I thought it would have been 3, John. Off how we played in Detroit, we scored a lot, but didn't get stops. But I mean, if it's 6, Vegas is kind of telling you that you're the better team, but you have to show it. You need to go out there and what I'm looking for this game, y'all, score early.
In all.
You're right.
Sky, we got to score early. The offense is darn good, but I want to get off. I don't want to go down there and kick 3. No, because J.J. McCarthy playing from behind, good luck.
Dak Prescott against the blitz, Mr. Elberton is 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1,000 yards, 70% completion, and that's the best in the league. So he's really good against the blitz. So.
He's really good. This ain't Hurts right here. But oops, did I say that out loud? What we need to do also is that we need to understand that
all quarterbacks don't pick
Dak is really good when he has full control of this offensive line when they can hear him. I think that even though Nate Thomas had one of his worst games ever, this game, if Nate Thomas is back out there, he should be able to hear the cadence and he should be more comfortable because it's going to be a home game. I think that that's what's probably some of the problems when we on the road, that the offensive line is not able to hear the cadence and all of this stuff. What's your thoughts on that?
That's pretty part of it.
I mean, I'm with you. Lord. We haven't been good on the road. It's not
right. I'm trying to figure out.
It's a real thing. You know what takes them? Go ahead.
If that is the issue, you can't be my starting tackle. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like if that is a problem, like you can't play on the road because you can't hear then you can't start for me because you're gonna play 8 road games a year. So you know what I mean? That's all. I just think he's not a starting tackle right now. That's all that is to me for Nate. Terrence is Terrence. Your interior is fine. You know, was that a problem when you had the good tackles? No, it's just not a good tackle.
But I mean, to be honest, being at all these games, I don't even think it's 8 road games, to be honest with you. It's probably really only 2. It's Detroit and Denver were the only ones where I would really say the noise was like on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just a lot of road games where you play at, because the Cowboys, they have so many fans there. Those are the only 2 games I've been at this year where I'm like, oh, damn, you can tell it's impacting some things. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to be your schedule every year, but I'm just, when you said it, made me think like, what were the ones this year? Because like, the
Raiders was a home game. Yeah, Raiders was a home game.
Rams, when you play the Rams.
I'll even give you the opener, you could say, in Philly. So that would be 3. But generally speaking, like when they play at Washington and New York, like it's not that bad,
Yeah,
but
if you were in the NFC North, we got to go to Minnesota and Detroit, and that's 4 games. Yeah, remember back in the day in Minnesota, man, they I think till this day they do they have some type of sound
horn.
They got a sound word for when they do cause a full start. So
yeah. I'm gonna tell you, Law. What I really would like I would like these guys to get in big personnel groupings and run at them and then play action these 2 with both your receivers. And that can slow a lot of that blitz and stuff down. But that's where I'm at with it. Like and it can help Nate Thomas because he's playing forward early. So I don't know. What are their splits against the run, Law? Are they pretty good? I mean, Sky, I don't know how good they are, Minnesota versus the run.
Yeah, the yardage will say, and that's the thing. They're one of the best passing defenses. So if you can't throw on them, what are you going to do? You're going to run.
You're going to run the ball.
Total yards. I don't look at total yards. I go look at how do they perform against running backs. They are top 10 in the league in yards per carry against running backs. They're averaging roughly around 3.8 yards, only allowing 3.8. That's that's pretty good. Yeah. So I mean, they're not the elite at the top, but they're pretty dang good at it.
They choke the run,
this won't be easy to get the run game going, but if you do, right, get the run game back on track, which we've seen the stats, the success rate is not the same as it was previously. Then that'll be great for your offense. But I think you'll see what you're asking for. You'll see a ton of play action. You'll see a ton of them trying to get the rock to your star receivers out of the play action. They just have to block it up because somebody's going to be singled up, either Lamb or Pickens, and Dak's going to give them opportunities. Yes. I can see them having big games if they can somewhat block it up. Hell, we saw them not block it up in Detroit.
Right.
And old boy went off. So
you know what? Now I'm talking out of both sides of my neck. Man, we can actually we haven't. What games have we thrown the ball early? I just don't want us to.
Foots, you said it. You don't got to overthink it.
Yeah.
Score in the red zone. We have to freaking score. And we're going to move the ball, y'all.
Yeah.
We're getting down there every game. In the last month or two of the season, we're like,
what is going on with that, Scott? What's going on with our red zone woes?
I don't know. They don't have an answer. And I don't either, to be honest with you. And if I did, I would have that job, not this one.
I think they stopped being that physical run team down there for whatever reason. They'll try it. They'll get a negative play, and Shy's like, nope. And then they'll try to throw it on second, third down. But
also, I think he tries to throw it eventually too, is just because, when you have Ezekiel Elliott and you just use this 4th overall pick on him, and he's carrying a big part of the offense, you can go to him carry after carry after carry. He's the identity of your team. The identity of this team is George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. And so you're not going to get in the red area and not throw to them. And then I don't know, they just haven't figured out. To me, my thing has been always just throw it up to George at least once. Every time they're down there, they should give him one opportunity to, if he doesn't come down with it, you get the flag, and now you got first and goal from the 1. But they don't look at it that way. They don't throw nearly the fades that I thought that they would. When
fades down. We talked about that last week.
So.
Yeah.
That's fair, but Javonte Williams was scoring a red zone touchdown for the first 5 weeks, every single week.
He was, and I think other teams, obviously adjusted to that. But with that being said, how many times are they going, all right, he got stopped, we're going to go to him again. All right, he got stopped, we're going to go to him again. Like, they're not going to do that with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and even Jake Ferguson.
From on the 3-yard line. Like
the Bears game was
15. I'm not talking 20. I'm not talking 12.
Yeah,
they get weird inside the 5.
Yeah,
weird.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
If you got a Randy Moss, this is basic stuff here. I got a power back. I got a big ass interior offensive line. I go jumbo. I go big. Run is 2-3 yards, fam. Like, that's what you were doing earlier in the season. And now it's turning to play action, try to throw it on a run and penalty because you try to, man, just get back to basic down there inside that 5.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because this game, I really feel like this game will tell me how we attack the rest of the season. I do, because you'll probably be favored in the rest of the games. I mean, the Chargers game, they don't have a defense quite as good as this one. And you'll be hard pressed to find corners that are
your boy Mentor, bro.
Jesse is he's a good.
And I wonder too, just how many playing at 4 games and whatever it was, 17, 18 days. I don't know if I'm maybe on those back couple of games. As this is the biggest workload Javonte's had. Maybe they were dialed and they weren't having that same success. So now that they've had 10 days, maybe Javonte is a little bit fresher, and maybe they will go back to more of that in this game. Maybe that's a factor in it, but that's only speaking on these last 4, just because they were so many.
Hey, I'm at John. End of the season, when this is over and you guys are asking questions, I'm gonna need you to ask somebody about their lack of urgency to get a true backup running back RB2, because We have been teasing that this could be a possibility so early, and honestly, probably before the season started, or at least when Miles Sanders fumbled, we was like, yo, look, you're going to need a 2 at some point. This is awesome what Javonte Williams is doing. He ain't never been a 300 touch type of guy. And if he trends in that direction, coming off of 2 bad knee injuries, we could be looking at a guy that gets worn down. And I think you see it. The blocking hasn't been the best either, but that's where that juice guy that can be a creator. He's not a creator. You don't have a creator. And I just need to know why they had no sense of urgency for this.
I think that they would say they probably should have done something at the trade deadline or maybe a little bit before that. But if you go too far back, I guarantee you that one of the things they would say is that they expected, maybe not in the first few weeks, but they were going to get something out of Jaden Blue. There's no way that they thought that Jaden Blue was going to give them nothing.
I did too. But ladies and gentlemen, wasn't he was not active week 1, right?
Right.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, I could see them being like, this is just one of those things. He's a rookie. We'll ease him in. After 3-4 weeks, we're going to start giving him more carries. We're going to give him 4 or 5 carries a game. And by the end of the season, that last month or so, he's going to be a 10 carry a game guy, maybe throw to him a couple times out of the backfield. To be getting nothing from him has to surprise a lot of people in that organization.
Him and Phil Maffa, to not even see him at least get a rep,
And that's why, John, when this show first was born, what were we talking about? Bro, like, draft. I'm watching Bijan play. And if it's not going to be Bijan, get somebody in the 3rd round or because you can weaponize this thing to where it's when you have 2 receivers like this, and these guys they're gonna be using resources to cover. And you have 2 battering rams that are just keep coming at you all game, bro. It's different. It's different.
You're spot. I'll go back to what we talked about Tuesday. The blueprint to me is what the Lions are doing. Like you have to have a plan. And that's what I mean by the blueprint. Not necessarily take a running back in the 1st round. I don't care if you do that or not. But the plan was clear as day. We want a bruiser, and we want a guy who can take it to the crib at any moment, whether it's run game, pass game. That doesn't mean he can't run between the tackles. Doesn't mean he can't be a guy that touches it 15, 20 times. It's just that we want to have that true dynamic 1-2 punch. I know, ladies and gentlemen, people might say, well, Shotty doesn't like small back. It ain't got to be small. Since when is it a criminal crime to be 210 pounds and be fast? You can be 5'10", 210 and still have quickness and speed and things like that. So I think they just have to have a plan. And if you got those 2 guys out wide, even if you don't get our guy Jeremiah Love, you can't tell me you can't get some back in day 2, early day 3 to complement a Javonte, or hell, draft 2 of them things if you want. I don't care. But just get you some type of duo that complements each other on the field. And I guarantee you this run game would be even better. It's already good, but it'll be better.
Man.
Offense, exactly. Offense will be better.
Hey, man, you got anything else, Law?
I was going to say the Cowboys did pick up a guy. I know he's on the practice squad, John. Israel. I bought some candy.
I want you to pronounce that.
I bought some candy.
I like that pick. I don't know.
I bought some candy, man. Is he getting elevated anytime soon?
I don't see that happening. I think that they're going to just keep rolling with Javonte and Malik Davis.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, this Kirk Cousins too. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, they
got Bijan Robinson, so I'm just sitting here like, just throw him the ball every damn time.
Listen, on that note, guys, we're gonna go. We'll let everybody watch Thursday Night Football. I wanted to do a playoff deep dive, but you know what? We'll save that for next week after we win. So after we win, we'll save that for next week. Let's get this win.
Or
Law
been on it. Scott Day, he said, or we're getting into the draft. First will become his top 50. John, you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll be talking about hate watching Philly, which we're gonna do that anyway. So
every year I do that. Really
hate watch. Yeah.
Shout out to Sky's Belt. Shout out to Law Nation. Shout out to John.
If y'all see me, I'm going to Monday Night Raw with this belt. So if y'all see me in the stands wilding out, man, just don't.
Hey, man, all you need to do, man, is have some shades, man, and just do the same pose if you look just like The Rock, bro.
I'm having time. My son wants to make a sign, so we're thinking of what we're going to put on it.
Bro, that's gonna be lit, bro. Enjoy yourself with your little one, man.
Hey, Sky, you should do a teaser, man, because every week you do the Cowboys Collective, you have a different photo in the background. Man, that's dope, man. You do a teaser. Okay. That's dope.
No, I'm saying I do have a different photo, so you gotta let me know what you mean by teaser. I might
like test the audience. What do you think that they're gonna have behind you?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Type of thing,
guess what's gonna be behind me?
Nothing. John, they come at
Yo,
you.
John,
we gotta get John a background. Man.
We give you a hint of blue or something.
John look like he just moved in there for the last 9 months.
John, like I keep it simple, stupid. It is what it is. You know what you get from me. Let's read these supers, y'all.
Getting that deposit.
Oh, we got
back.
supers. We got supers.
We'll get out of here.
Damn right I am.
No holes in the wall, no nothing. Give me your money back.
Give me my deposit back.
Yes, sir.
Love and appreciate y'all's work,
funny.
fellas. Keep going. Absolutely love you guys as well. I'm literally the best Cowboys show in the world. The best show in the world. I agree, fellas. The way Diggs is going about it is absolutely wrong. Yep, Sky hit it on the head, man. The professionalism of it all is just you know, it is what it is. And listen, if you guys are on Spotify, I didn't tag this last time. Make sure you guys give us a 5-star review. If you're listening to this on your way to work, on your way home, give us a 5-star review. Appreciate that so much. John, you smirking. What you thinking, John? I know you.
They're saying like nothing on the walls. No furniture, just a cot.
He's got a long.
Did Tom say that
on like a dresser?
Yeah.
Right.
Quan said.
It's so funny. Like I'm not showing you the rest of my place, but like everything. There's just, especially because I was out of town. I stayed up in Detroit for like an extra few days visiting family and friends, and there's just stuff everywhere. But this is like right here. It's like the only.
The clean
area of my place right now.
Can you be one of those people that live in those tiny homes? Can you do that?
No.
You're not that type of minimalist?
No.
Hey, Foots, real quick.
Yo,
what do the Vikings have to do to win?
The Vikings?
It doesn't matter what they have to do because the Cowboys are coming out victorious. And
let's go.
Hey, much love to y'all.
Yeah.
The Rock just took us out. We love you all.
Smell what the hell.
As long